You know what time it is? It's time to hang out with Mr. Coop. With Mr. Cooper, with Mr. Cooper, with Mr. Cooper. Get the latest scoop from Mr. Cooper, from Mr. Cooper, from Mr. Cooper. Hang with Mr. Coop, with Mr. Cooper, with Mr. Cooper, with Mr. Cooper. Get the latest scoop from Mr. Cooper, from Mr. Cooper. Yeah.
Welcome to the Big Scoop with Coop. I'm your host, Coop. This episode is the season finale of season 9 of the Big Scoop with Coop. If you haven't, make sure you go to the website, thebigscoopwithcoop.com, to catch episodes from season 1 all the way up to now. Big shout outs to everybody that's watching on Facebook, facebook.com/the Big Scoop with Coop. Also, big shout outs to everybody that's watching on Instagram at Big Scoop with Coop. Also, make sure you follow me on YouTube. Just go to youtube.com, look up the Big Scoop with Coop. Make sure you click like and subscribe so you don't miss one episode of the Big Scoop with Coop. All right, people, enough about me. Today's guest, he was actually on the Detroit Lions. He played DB, defensive back on the Detroit Lions. He's also a mentor with the company's Second Wind Mentor. And he has his own company. It's called the Noah Water LLC. Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Pratt. Now, Paul is doing big things. Like I said, he's mentoring kids, especially if you're a single mother, you have kids. You want to make sure you do check out Second Wind Mentors. Catch up with Paul if you want to actually get your kids into this mentorship program. He will actually lead and guide them in the right way. Also, if you're on the West Coast, California, make sure you do go to Noah Water LLC. Check out the website. Check out the water, purified water that he's got going on. Great water, great company. Also, if you have not seen it, make sure you go on YouTube. Check out Paul Pratt in the NFL. You will see what he done in the seasons in the NFL for the Detroit Lions. All right, people. Let's kick back, relax. Let's catch up with Paul to see what he's up to. All right, people. Paul Pratt. To the show.
How you doing? Welcome to be here. Thank you. God is good.
Yes. How's your day been going so far?
Very busy. I'm just leaving a cross-country meet. A couple of my clients, I was watching them run. So, now I'm on my way to go help coach some tackle football kids, junior high school, called Chaminade Junior High School out here. So,
man, you are a busy man, Paul. You always been busy though. That's your life. You know what I'm saying? That's what you do. I love it. Now, Paul, for the people that's for some reason just getting introduced to you for the first time, like I told them, you used to be DB in Detroit Lions for the NFL. But before that, when did you first realize that you had a love for football?
Oh, since I was always a kid, since my brother was playing football, my brother he had the opportunity to play with the Eagles for about 6 months, and then training camp was let go. But I always loved football because of my brother. I always knew I was a San Francisco Niners fan because of Jerry Rice. So I always knew I was going to be a professional football player. I put it in my yearbook in 5th grade. I was going to play in the NFL. So it was always a dream come true. I knew it was always a plan for me. So it's kind of always in me.
Nice. Now, Paul, like I said, you've been doing big things. And you started off, like you said, you and your brother, both of you all had a love for football. Now, did you have the eyes? I know you mentioned the NFL, but did you have your eyes on the NFL in the early days when you first started?
Yeah, it was always sports. I only played 2 sports my whole life. It was track and football. I started running track first, and then I played flag football, and I didn't play tackle football until 7th grade. So I was always had my eyes set on to play professional football. So that was my goal, and then go winning, I was able to achieve it.
Wow. And I tell anybody, it doesn't matter what sports or what profession you're in. If you have a love for it at an early age, there's a big possibility that you're going to go all the way with that love that you have for it. And you proved it. And also you're helping out these kids at the same time. Like you said, you're on the way to a school to help them out right now at the same time. So sports is in your blood. And I love that. I definitely love it. Now, what type of hurdles did you go through to get to where you are in your career today?
Oh man, we won't have enough time, but definitely went through a lot of hurdles, but probably more so self confidence, self doubt. I tore my ACL in college in '05, and I was able to come back, rehab myself, and actually coming back and breaking the school record. And I ran a 4.24 in the 40. So I was always very fast dude. So but even though I was faster, that injury in my knee kind of always was back in my head. I don't think I never quite got over that though. So I always lost a little confidence because of that. So that was one, the injury hurdle, confident hurdle was one thing. And then, like I said, I came out the first 3 days when I first came out as a rookie was to the New York Jets. But my knee wasn't feeling all healthy, and I was more into the streets, playing around, being a player in the streets more so than anything. So when I took that about 9-10 months off, I was working at LA Fitness. And then once I left LA Fitness in 2009 of May, and I was on the Detroit Lions November 2009. 5 months. That's when I saw God do a lot of work on me. And those hurdles, those testimony, that what I learned in that 5 months, I always cherish to this day. That I can use to get me through any situation I can get through, because I know I can get through it.
Mm-hmm. Now, Paul, you know what? A lot of people I recognize to do this, especially in the sports world, and I see you didn't do it, and I'm glad you didn't do it. A lot of people, when they stop playing, they don't continue to work out like how they used to when they were on the field or on the court or whatever they're doing. What gave you that mentality to keep going to make sure you stayed in shape?
Well, one thing I had to stay in shape because I'm also a trainer too, so I couldn't be out of shape for myself. So I always believed in health and fitness. My dad was my coach. My dad had me in the back with my twin brothers. He had me, lifting weights and growing up at 11, 12 years old. So I was always into fitness. And then, I never wanted to get out of shape. So I'm not in NFL shape, but I still probably like 10, 11% body fat, six pack, all that. But I eat well too. So I always have great genetics. I never took it for granted.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Ladies and gentlemen watching worldwide right now, if you're playing any type of sports, make sure you stay in shape. I don't care if it's the off season or during the season. I ain't saying go out there and kill yourself, but at the same time, do what's right for your body, because you never know when you get called up to that next level. So you always got to stay prepared. Make sure you do.
Stay ready. Stay ready.
That's right. That's right. Now, Paul, did you have any mentors to help you out during your stage from your early beginning days up to where you're at right now, training these other kids?
Yes, I believe I have. Especially like, growing up. Me, I'm in LA, so I always been like a lot of entertainers and actors and athletes. So I was never like, got hyped on anybody. But my main mentors growing up as a kid, I remember, particularly in high school, my track coach was Quincy Watts. He was an Olympic champion of 400, and Maurice Green. They're both of my track coaches, and Johnny Gray. We had 3 Hall of Fame track coaches my senior year. So learning from them was like a lot. And then I would say, Terrell Owens is a mentor to me too as well. I just watching him, the past 10 years, getting to know him, get close to him, seeing what type of man he is, and the way he gives back is a lot. And the person that helped me get back to the NFL was 20-year veteran Hall of Famer Darrell Green for the Washington Redskins. So, learning how he speaks and seeing how he does, how he trains, and what made him last so long in the NFL, those things I always cherish with me as well.
Nice. Now, how excited were you, Paul, when you found out that you did get a defensive back position for the Detroit Lions? How excited were you?
Man, you know what? Like I said, when I left LA Fitness in May of 2009 to go train with Darrell Green, and went on this months of just faith, and then going to the UFL, dominating in the UFL at the time. It was an inaugural season, 2009. And then 2 days after the season, I was on the Lions. It was like, it happened so fast, so quick, it didn't really hit me. It probably didn't even hit me to the off season, because I was just like, oh yeah, I feel like, yeah, I should be here. You know what I mean? That's what it felt like. So yeah, it was a little surreal, but the minute I got there, it was like all right, right to practice. Guarding Calvin. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Now, I feel you. Now, let me ask you this, because this is my own personal question I have for you, though, Paul. And because, see, you're an athlete. You didn't just start in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? You was doing other divisions. Is a field to you? If you know what I'm trying to ask. Is that really like, if you step on the field, I know it's different players at different levels. Like, do you feel home regardless whenever you get on the yard?
It depends, man. It really just depends on where you at in your life and your mindset. Like that swag I felt like as a kid, like in junior high and high school. I didn't feel that swag until the Lions or probably the UFL. I like college. I don't have no swag in college. You know what I'm saying? I feel I lost the love of the game, the passion of the game. So I wasn't like, I was like, whatever. I just want to get to the next level. So, but going through that grind, that made me get my passion back in 2009, and then just grinding it out and being back in the locker room, and being on the field every day. That got my swag back. I felt like I was back again. So it depends on what your situation is. You know what I'm saying? Where you're at mentally.
Right. Well, I want to say this real quick about Detroit. Your former team defeated. Okay, y'all killed my team last week. So yeah, you know who I'm with. And
The Redskins?
Yeah, don't hurt me on that. Geez. You guys, I'm not gonna lie to you. Detroit will have an up and down seasons, and I think y'all are on the up this season. I was expecting a win for us. I'm not gonna lie. I thought my defense was gonna actually take out your offense, and we will be good. I really did. But you shut my ass up. I hate to say that.
We could be, we should be 2-0, but it is what it is. 1-1. The culture in Detroit is changing. It started last year, even though we have a great year last year. It started last year. Dan Campbell, he's a former Lion. He got there. I got the year after him, but just seeing him on Hard Knocks and doing up downs with the team, they want to fight for him, and they're finding a way to win. And I'm just glad that the energy in Detroit is different.
Nice. One last question about the NFL. I want your prediction right now, since it's just the end of week 2. Will Detroit make the playoffs?
Ooh. my heart says yes, my mind says no. But you know what? I'm gonna go off on a limb. Green Bay kind of suspect. I'm gonna say
Aaron ain't playing like the old Aaron right now. So I mean,
yeah. You know what? I'm gonna put a lot of faith. It's not Detroit I don't trust. It's Jared Goff I don't trust. So
that's what a lot of people say, though.
Only you go as far as I don't trust Goff. So it's unfortunate, but he plays well sometimes. But then you got to spoon feed him. So I don't really trust Goff. So I gotta say.
Shoot, I got Carson. I got Carson Wentz. How you think I feel right now? I'm sorry, Carson. If you're watching this show, I apologize. But I mean, let's call a spade a spade. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm doing right now. So I feel your pain on that one, Paul. I definitely do. Now, Paul, besides the NFL, like I said, you're doing big things. You're going to it right now, if I'm not mistaken. So we're going to talk about this a little bit. I want you to tell everybody about Second Wind Mentors. What is this about? What are you partaking into it? And what do you see the future in Second Wind Mentors?
Well, yeah, Second Wind Mentors is something I started a few years back, I believe 2016, 2017. It's just a mentorship program that's geared towards single moms or boys. We know in today's society that just a lack of a male figure in these households is really deleterious to the families, particularly Black families. So, my mentorship is really geared towards single moms or boys from single mom household in underprivileged areas. And what we do is we'll come in. It's a 2 hour, 2 hours a week or every Sunday. We'll have we'll start off, we'll work out for an hour, have a quick little lunch break, and then we do therapy. When I got out of like a group therapy, small group therapy, because when I got out of the NFL, the first thing I did was I started working at this one place called Rancho San Antonio Boys Home, and I got in the boys' home. I thank God for that boys' home time because it kind of helped me get back to reality and know like, hey, real people out here. These kids, delinquent kids got real issues and come from real, like terrible backgrounds and mom and dad issues. I got to be able to get on that level. My situation is not as bad as it looks. So I think I'm thankful for group therapy. I'm thankful for Mentor San Antonio because I apply those same principles in my second win mentorship program.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Now, Paul, if anybody wants to actually get more information on Second Wind Mentors, or actually want to try to join in, what's the best way for them to get information?
Yeah, they can just go online at www.secondwindmentors.com. There's the email on there. You can email me personally at pspratt3@gmail.com.
Nice. Anybody that knows that needs to actually be into this mentorship, make sure you go hit Paul up. He'll welcome you in with open arms. You know what I'm saying? He understands the situation, single mothers in a household with kids. Hey, if you want your kids to have some type of mentorship, hit Paul up. He's right there. He's ready for you. Now, Paul, there's something else big that you're doing, man, and I want you to tell everybody about it. Let's talk about the Noah Water LLC. How did this come into fruition? And people that haven't heard of it, there it is. You see it right there in his hand. Let's talk about it, Paul. Tell everybody about Noah Water.
Well, Noah Water is my calling. Like my talent, my God-given talent was speed and football, but my gift is who I am today. So I grew up in the choir. So I was a choir director when I was 10 years old. My sister singing in the choir. I just starting to go. I was always entertaining and, doing dancing and talent shows growing up, but, I had to play football. So I'm getting back to my roots. But I started Noah Water because the message I've been trying to push for the past couple of years now, particularly 2021, just about getting the world back to Genesis. I'm a faithful man. I'm a Christian, I'm a believer, and I know no shame in that. And I just want to remind everybody that Noah, like Noah's Ark, and is in Genesis 6, 7, 8, and particularly Genesis 9, was about the God creating rainbow. My goal is to get the world back to Genesis. My calling is to return the rainbow back to God. The rainbow, for we know what it is today, is not the rainbow that's in the Bible. And the 7-colored rainbow that's in the sky is not the 6-color flag that we see today. And I just want to make sure that everybody can just, through the water, my message is through the water. And there's a little QR code right here you go to. It's a song called Rainbow Time. And it's all about, getting honored to the God creating rainbow again. And the water is perfect. The water tastes great. I'm marketing it everywhere. People love it. It's pure water. Got in a few stores out here. And it's just all about just, everybody getting back to the promise, the very first promise in the Bible. And that covers everybody, black, white, gay, straight, no matter what. That God created rainbow is for everybody.
Nice. I like that. Now, now for me, like Noah Water, I'm in North Carolina, Paul. So how can I get Noah Water?
Yes, well, you can go online, www.thenoahwater.com, but currently we're just the orders are local because shipping water to Vegas is like $100 for 1K. So I'll be able to get water out there, we will just have to create it from there. So once the message gets out there, I get the logo, the brand out there, we can create the water from there. My company is able to ship that far. I mean, we're able to ship intercontinentally. It just depends on how much, somebody was trying to purchase. It had to be like multiple pallets for me to ship some that way. But we're going to start local first, and, LA area, the valley, something in the valley, my community, and we'll spread out. We'll spread it out,
Nice.
further.
Nice. Paul, give them the website one more time. They want to go check out everything.
Yes, please check it out. www.thenoahwater.com.
Ladies and gentlemen worldwide, make sure you go check out the website. You want to check out that water. If you're on the West Coast, if you're in Cali, make sure you definitely check out that water. It's right there with you. Take advantage while you can. Paul got it right there in his hands. Paul got it in stores. Make sure you go drink it. Make sure you go consume it. Hey, Thanksgiving is coming up. Don't drink all that soda. You better get some Noah Water to drink with that food. Make sure you definitely do that. That's what I'm talking about. You see it right there. Paul got it right there to him. Make sure you go get it. Check out the website, Noah Water. Now, Paul, are there any other projects that you're working on that you want to tell the world about?
Well, we're setting up. Well, if you go to Noah Water, if you buy Noah Water, there's a QR code on there, and you hit the QR code. Like I said, there's a song called Rainbow Time. You can listen to it free, but also you can also donate. To download the song is $7, and the $7, the proceeds are going towards Ghana. So my whole move is to get it's proceeds are going towards Ghana's water and infrastructure resources. Currently, my twin brother is actually chief of Ghana, so he's doing big major projects over there too. So the goal is we're trying to get going back to the land. We're trying to get many people back to the land. They're calling us back home. My bloodline's from Ghana.
Mm-hmm.
Now that my brother went out there, we got royalties out there. We're building out there, smart cities. So Ghana's blowing up. I don't know what's going to happen in the U.S. What's going to go down? You know what I mean?
Right.
But the land is calling us home. So my goal is to provide. The Noah Water sales. A portion of those go to Ghana, and this portion of the song sales go to Ghana as well. So my goal is to aim towards Ghana.
Nice. Everybody, make sure, I can't stress it enough, go to the website, check out Noah Water, download the song. I mean, get a hot song, donate, because Paul is trying to get that water out everywhere. Make sure you do it. Now, Paul, what's the best way for everybody to catch up with you on social media?
They can catch up with me, and I just changed my name about 3 weeks ago once I had a big pallet come. They can catch me at Noah News _7, or they can catch at the Noah Water, which is everything Noah Water. So at Noah News _7, that's my personal account, and then at the Noah Water is right there too. You can just click to it from my personal account.
Nice. Everybody, make sure you go follow Paul on social media. You want to make sure you catch up with him. You never know. There might be another song that might come out. It might be a remix. And he might just tell you about it on Instagram or social media anywhere. You never know. Make sure you check out the website. Again, I can't stress it enough. Noah Water. Go check out the website. Not right now because you're watching this interview. After this interview, go to the website. Make sure you check it out. Make sure you definitely do that. Now, Paul, you have stepped into so many different realms in your life. Like I said, the sports world, you're doing also your own entrepreneurship, mentorship. What advice would you give any male or female that wants to be a successful sports player, a male that wants to go into the NFL or actually want to be an entrepreneur? What advice would you give them?
Yeah, I give them 2 words that somebody just told me a few weeks ago when I was asking for advice, and it's just 2 words: just keep going.
You know what? Those 2 words are deep. So I'm gonna put it to you like this. People, you heard what Paul said. He kept it short and sweet. Keep going. I don't care if you're trying to get an NFL. I don't care if you're a plumber. Be the best damn plumber you can be. Be the best that you can be, whatever you're doing. Keep going, keep pushing, make it to that next level. That's what I'm talking about. Now, Paul, you are a busy guy. I'm not going to hold you up much longer. We're at the last segment of the show. It's called Take the Floor. You have up to 2 minutes to say whatever you want. Paul Pratt, take the floor.
Well, thank you. Yeah, well, I just like to reiterate, what I'm saying, my calling, my purpose on life right now, is living for God, through the water, through Noah Water, through the song Rainbow Time. I like to advise any athlete out there to, yes, be an athlete and be 100% an athlete, but also don't let your career define your character. Let your character define your career. I think we have an identity crisis out here in all of America, but we also have athletes have identity crisis too. Once you play a sport for so long and then it's all of a sudden cut short, you got to figure out who you are. So I just wish that the young kids, yes, be an athlete, be an entertainer, be all those things, but make sure that's only a part of you. You know what I'm saying? That make sure that's not like who you are, to where if you take that away, you be empty. And that's why a lot of people go through depression when they retire, or they go through, suicide because they're leaning on stuff that's going to fade away. So always work on your character, always refine your character, and don't let worldly things determine your value and determine your self-worth.
I love it. I love it. Paul, man, thank you very much for coming on the show. I would love to have you back on in the future.
Thank you. Thank you. God bless. And I will too. I love to be back here too.
No doubt. No doubt. Yes, sir. Once again, make sure you go to YouTube, check out Paul's career in the NFL. You can actually check out past stuff that he's done on the field. Make sure you go to the website, Noah Water. Follow him on social media. Single parents. Make sure you go look up Second Wind Mentors. You want to do that. Everybody also on the West Coast, go to Noah's Water. How many times do I have to tell you? Do it in a few minutes, in 2 minutes. Go to the website, check it all out. You ain't doing it right now because the interview ain't over. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the season finale show of season 9 of the Big Scoop with Coop. Season 10 starts next episode, and my next guest will be, you know I never announce my next guest. You got to stay tuned to make sure you find out who it is. All right, people. Until next time on the Big Scoop with Coop.